In this video, we're going to see how to graph lines using MyLab. So the MyLab homework problems that involve graphing lines are going to look like this. We have first to identify the slope and the y-intercept. So remember that the slope is the number in front of x, the y-intercept is the number that's added or subtracted, not in front of x. So in this equation, y equals negative 5x plus 6. My slope is negative 5. And my y-intercept is 6. Now it's going to tell me to use the graphing tool to graph the equation. I'm going to click to enlarge the graph. Now when you're using the graphing tool, you're going to select one of these options depending on the shape that you want to graph. We're trying to graph a line, so we're going to click on the line tool. Notice that we have the option here to switch the line from solid to dotted. We want to keep it on the solid line for now. So what we need to do is identify 2 points, click on them on the graph, and then we will graph our line. Notice that the coordinates of where my mouse is hovering over appear in the upper right corner. So right now, my mouse is on the point 6, 5. That can be helpful, especially when the graphs get really small in scale. So there's a couple of ways that you could go about this. One is to identify the slope and y-intercept and then use that to plot your points. The view an example and help me solve this options can also walk you through solving the problem. So in terms of my graph, I see that the y-intercept here is 6, and so that tells me that there's going to be a point on the y-axis at 6. So I can use my line tool and click on that to set it down. Then I need to use my slope to find the next point. The slope is negative 5. So if my slope is negative 5, that means that for every 1 unit I go to the right, I'm going to go down 5. So I can count 1 to the right, down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And use that to plot my second point. Once I have 2 points plotted, I can go ahead and click Save. If I wanted to delete my line, I could click Delete, and I will delete the object. I can click on Clear to clear everything that is on the graph. I deleted my line, so I'm going to go ahead and plot it again here real quick. And then once I have it the way I wanted it, I can click Save. Another option is to use the Desmos graphing calculator to help you find points. So here I'm going to do another problem. Again, I'm going to identify the slope is 2/5. Use my fraction tool here at the bottom to enter that. And my y-intercept is negative 6. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to graph this in the Desmos graphing calculator. So the equation that I'm trying to graph is f of x equals 2/5 x minus 6. Or I can use y in place of f of x. Using the division bar on my keyboard, I can make that fraction, or bring this up a little bit. If I click on this keyboard, it brings up some other options for me to enter things. So y equals 2/5 x minus 6. Here's my graph, and I can click on some points to identify them. So I can see there's a point here at 0, negative 6. I can see there's also a point here at 5, negative 4. So I can use those points on my graph. Click on the line tool, 0, negative 6, and 5, negative 4. And finally, if I want to graph a horizontal or vertical line, I can also use Desmos for that, or I can remember from our activity that when we have a y equals line, y equals negative 2, that means that the graph is going to go through negative 2 on the y-axis, and it's going to be a horizontal line. So I can click on negative 2 on the y-axis. I can click on any other point here, wherever I want to make a second point. Click on Save, And that's my answer.